he should be all right, in my opinion. Now, it'll be interesting to see, first of all, how the decision goes. A little uppercut stopped on the elbows of Toney, who's been defensively better than I thought he would be, to be honest with you, George, because he hasn't had to fight defensively very much, and that's usually a liability with young folks at about this stage of their, very often it is anyway, at about this stage of their career, in that they've just been wading through folks. They've been beating up everybody they faced, and now you're up against a guy. Can you defend yourself? He's done it. I think he's neutralized any posture defensive things liabilities he might have by fighting so well moving backwards with that jab. Setting up the jab. He's even thrown a couple of hooks moving off that first or second step backward, and with Sanderline following along, he's been able to score with him that way. A lot of people would look and say, crap, he moved backward the whole fight. Yeah, but he was fighting all the way backwards. He was scoring moving that direction, and that's what matters. That's good to see, I guess, from a Toney perspective. His camp's got to be reasonably happy with the way things have gone in this. I'm assuming that something perhaps I ought not at this point, that I think James Toney's got this fight won.
If he hadn't been good defensively, he'd have been sliced up by now. Williams knows what he's about. Williams trying to score here in the 10th round, but James going to have to walk into one to get himself in much trouble, I would imagine. Round 10, though, and Sanderline Williams, I'm sure, knows what he has to do. He's stalking Toney now. Toney hitting out of the break. Nice right hand. Caught Williams on the chin. Now he backpedals. Williams comes down low and then up. Missed both ways. Looking for the opening. The hands are down from time to time for Toney.
Yeah. Still ought not do that, especially in the 10th round. You can get yourself hurt in a hurry, but
we're more than halfway through the 10th now, and Toney's becoming a little more aggressive.
I'm sure he'd like to finish strong.
You leave nothing to chance.
No, can't afford that. 7 seconds to go, or 2 minutes.
Speaking of time, we're well inside 1 minute now.
Nice hook.
Toney did score with that hook. Maybe didn't get all of it, but got enough. Williams missing with that wild left. Less than a half a minute left in the fight. Kenny Gould came in unbeaten and left with a loss. We're going to predict that James Toney will walk out of here with a win. His 21st in 21 fights. The crowd loving it. And there's the final bell. The main event here of our fight night at the Hyatt History. And the crowd is sensing a James Toney win over an oh-so-crafty veteran, Sanderline Williams. But Herb Ellison, James Homian, and Chuck McHenry will make that decision, Chris McClure.
I think they'll certify that James Toney carried the night. He outboxed his man. He handled some rushes. He took some punches. And he didn't knock him out. Nobody else ever has. So there's nothing unusual there either.
We are set now for the decision here at the Hyatt. A decision the home folks hope will leave James Toney still unbeaten and with his first victory over a real high-quality fighter, Sanderline Williams. Here is ring announcer Wally Jackson.
And here's the scoring as seen by our judges. Herb Ellison scored at 96-94 Toney. Jim Homeyen scored at 95 Toney, 95 Williams. And Chuck McHenry scored it 95-95. This is a majority draw.